Alright, so I thought I'd give you some cool ideas about mobility for the bench press and the deadlift. These are the mobility exercises that I basically jerry-rigged during my powerlifting meet because I didn't have a whole lot of space. My setup wasn't exactly perfect, and you know, it's crowded, so the area was small that I was working in. It was a pretty small gym that I was at, but it was still very doable to get some stuff done. One of the main things to consider when you're getting ready for the bench press is, remember, shoulder internal rotation and extension. This is simply the arm going behind the body. And why is that important? Because when you turn the arm behind the body, or the arm goes behind the body, it's basically a bench press right here. So kind of one of my favorite stretches to do when I don't have a lot of space, or maybe if I'm just standing around holding a band, is I'll take a medium band. This is actually a heavy band. I'll take a heavy band like this, and then what I'll do is I'll get the band, push through, and then go behind my back like that. So you can see what I'm doing is I'm basically stretching out my chest muscles while going into extension as well as internal rotation. You can see kind of how my position is set up. You can hang out here for a little while. You can stretch your neck, maybe a little bit of your upper chest, just wherever you're tight, because then what you're trying to do is you're trying to improve this internal rotation position. This is a pretty strong band. So trying to improve this internal rotation. This band is a heavy band. It's just, I think it's a little bit longer. Never mind, it's the same. And what I'm doing is I'm putting my hands behind my back like so, stretching my back, or stretching my internal rotators while the band is around my back. And all I'm doing is opening up my posture and chest. The next idea, or the next cool thing that I also came up with, is creating this position here. Now, what I'm showing you is actually, I think, done better with a medium band. So what I'm doing is I'm wrapping this around like this, so that I have two edges here, and then I'll put it on like suspenders. So now you can see how this is on my shoulders, like so. And then all I'm going to do is going to lean forward while I stick my butt. So there's not a whole lot of leverage in this position because the band is very strong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my butt against the bench or against the squat rack, lean forward. Well, put my hands behind go into internal rotation and extension. I'll hold my hands together, and then I'm going to push my butt against the squat rack, lean forward, and then stretch. And what I'm doing is I'm not just stretching, I'm also creating some distraction force by moving the shoulder into a better position. The ideal position, sometimes I'll pull my arm, I'll pull this arm here, I'll pull back with my right arm as I kind of lean more forward and bias it a little bit. Depending on my position, I can hold my body more upright like this, stretching, and also same thing with this one right here. And it gets me into that position of the bench press while I keep everything tight. Because one of the biggest compensations is that when you're benching, you bring the bar to your chest, and your shoulders can shrug forward like this. So kind of what we're trying to do is we're trying to get rid of that by kind of creating this band force, so that way when I do go into that position, I'm in a much better setup, allowing me to wind up better in the bench and allowing me to bench more.